What's going on, guys? It's frickin' Tuesday. Prime Day's still on, but that's okay. I got all I need. I put in an order. I bought a 1TB SSD for my gaming computer, because what I want to do is move all my games off of the hard drive and get that hard drive the frig out of that computer. And what the hell's going on here? There we go. And yeah, get the hard drive out of that computer and get the SSD in there to basically... Why is that door not closed right now? What the hell? Anyway, get the hard drive out of that computer and get the SSD in there so games and everything load faster and it's a lot more efficient. And I also ordered, I ordered a Christmas present for my brother because it's something he wanted, and it was a Prime deal. I can't talk about that because I don't know if he watches my videos. Like, I don't know. He probably doesn't, but he might. There's an excellent chance he might. So we'll keep that on the DL. Got myself one of those Amazon Fire Sticks. I mentioned that in yesterday's video that came out a couple weeks ago or days ago or whatever. The Fire Stick is like a... For those who aren't sure, it's like the Roku, where you basically have access to Netflix, Amazon Video, Hulu, and there's probably other streaming services like YouTube's and shit. So I basically ordered that all up, and there was something else I got. I can't remember what it was now. Anyway. Oh no, that's right. I got the Amazon thing, the hard drive, and my brother's present. That's what it was. So originally my parents were going to be the ones to give that to my brother for Christmas, but I decided, you know what, it'll be a gift from me to not just my brother but to both of them, my brother and his girlfriend, and then they can enjoy that. I don't expect anything in return because, well, they have it a lot worse than I do, let me tell you. Wondering what I'm doing what I should have done last night. Let's get ready for today's investment, because that's what today's video is about. It's about today's investment, getting some more shit. So, oh man, just moving stuff around, trying to make some room here, and realizing that I need to do a dump run, or at least get my phone down here and start posting some shit on Kijiji, so I can move this bike out of the way. One-handed, because I need two hands to friggin' operate the camera. Thumb bitch. See if I can get this bike to about here, and then I'm going to collapse up this bench because I don't really need it. I just got to stack those weights over there. Then we should be golden. My battle plan, now that I can lock and unlock this door and it opens and closes no problem, is I might just come through the door here with it, because the item's going right where that weight bench is. Fuck, I hope she clears. And you're hearing me talk like this and you're going, oh, I already know what Adam's getting. You think? So what I need to do is vacuum all this shit up and get this area a little tidier. So I'm going to do that now. I have to say, I love how my dog doesn't leave the room when I'm vacuuming. Like, he has a look of concern on his face, but at the same time, he knows that it's fine. And he's not scared of it. Like, I see some dogs, man, they like fly out of the room, they go hide in the bathtub. Not him. Like, look at his look. He looks so concerned and nervous. But then, like I can get pretty close to him with the vacuum. Oh, he backs off. Yeah, he backs off. Alright. Did the best I could with that shitty vacuum. And, I think I'm ready. So, now all I gotta do is wait. Buddy said he works until 4, so I gotta wait until after 4 to go, and I gotta go to Sturgeon Falls, which is about a 35-minute drive away. So, that's a thing. I want some water. I left my jug upstairs. I got my jug. Let's go fill it with water. My parents bought me this one here at around Christmas time. And I was going to bring it to the office and use it for water, but I started using it here because those juice jugs get destroyed pretty quickly. And then I realized they gave me this one here after a trip to the Dominican. This one here holds 24 fluid, or what is it, 20 fluid ounces? Yeah, 20 fluid ounces. This one here holds 52. This one's coming to work with me. Alrighty, well, it's almost 4 o'clock. I want to do one thing first. I want to trim my mustache because this eating hair and storing food in it and stuff, that's pissing me off. Anybody wanting to know, there's the mileage for the truck, 4,224 kilometers. Oh yeah! Holy, this air conditioning just kind of went nuts. But I definitely need to get some gas, so we're gonna hit the gas station up first, then we'll roll out the Sturgeon and pick up the investment. And that's what 80 bucks gets you in a Ford F-150. Alrighty, well, we're on the Sturgeon stretch now. So I don't know how long we got till we get there. I got the cruise control on. We're sitting at 11.5 on the trip meter. I don't even know if you guys can see it. For fuel economy. She's pretty good on the highway, this thing, I gotta say. And she sticks to her lines. So that's great. Alrighty, welcome to Sturgeon Falls. Okay, let's go get the investment. And then probably head her back home. Let's give her. Alright, mission complete. Let's go home. She's so good on gas on the highway. Alrighty, I just got home. I backed the truck in. And let's show you what I got. And then I'll explain myself. Basically, I got myself a Bowflex. Yeah. $50 on Kijiji. He even came with the leg attachment. Like, how can you go wrong? 50 friggin' dollars. So I need to take it out of here because I noticed it's filthier than shit. I like it that it folds up too, so that's kind of cool. You can fold it up and have it out of the way so that when you do want to work out, you bring it down. Oh. The plane. I don't know where the hell it is. I lost it. Son of a bitch. I remember when I used to be good at this. There he is. And there he goes. Anyway, let me get this out of the truck. It's kind of heavy. So even in its upright form, even with the power rod, it's above my height. Now the other thing it didn't come with was the attachment for the lat bar, but it did come with the leg belt here, so that's cool. And it's got two of these handle things for driving onto and doing some different exercises with things. So I've been wanting one of these things since even back in the day when I was with the ex. I wanted to buy this, she wanted the elliptical. Guess what? We bought the elliptical. Yep. Anyway, I need to clean it a bit because she's got a lot of smut onto it and things, so that's what I'm gonna do. Just wipe it down in the garage and then I'll bring it in the house. Luckily it's on wheels. See? So you can just wheel it right to the kitchen. Bring it to the living room, set it up, be done. Alrighty, took some wiggling and some finessing, but we got her in the house. And all in all, it's a pretty good looking unit. It's used, yeah, you can tell. It needs some wiping down. I vacuumed out the nooks and crannies while I was in the garage, because in the base there it's like a honeycomb, and it was full of about 1,000 friggin' shed cobwebs, because that's where this thing looks like it resided for multiple years. But as far as the bars go, it looks like you got a 5-pounder, a 30-pounder, a 10-pounder, and another 10-pounder. So combined, we're looking at 105 pounds total if you hook all of these up with the tether. I just hooked up the 50-pounders to see how it would feel. Had a seat, gave it a couple rips. I like it. It's good. I'll be able to lay down on it and do, what do you call that? Bench presses. I'll be able to do butterflies. It'll be good. I'll be able to get a lot of exercises in. If I sit back here, I can do like pulls to get my back. Only thing I wish it had, and I think it does, I think this, here, let's get these off of here. Yeah, this comes up, and there's like a clippy thing here. So I'm thinking, if this folds, oh shit, that was loud. That scared the dog. Yeah, that scared you, didn't it? Yeah. This comes back somehow. Look, I don't know much about this machine. I'm gonna have to go look it up. I looked at the different exercises you can do with it, and I can basically do all my main exercises I want to do. And Bowflex has this program that's pretty weird, where they're like, if you do this here for 30 days, you're going to lose X amount of pounds. Well, what I want to do is I want to tone up. I don't want to be so flabby. So you can do crunches on this machine using the power rods. You can use, like I got the leg thing here. The only thing the guy told me was he lost the bolt. There's a bolt that goes in down there, goes straight through, and I'm assuming there's going to be a hole somewhere over here, right there, that the bolt goes through. And then you literally sit on that seat and you can do extensions and retractions or whatever the hell the other one's called. So that'll be cool, but I'm going to have to go to Cambodian Tire and get a really long bolt, unless I find one in the garage. I'll check my cigarette tins that are on the roof in the garage for a long bolt. But I will be able to do all my exercises on this, and then when I'm done I can jump on the bike and run some cardio. And I've been debating on moving the bike to over right in front of the TV so I can enjoy it. And that reminded me of the other thing I bought on Amazon. See, anybody recently who bought a television realizes pretty damn quick that the speakers in your television are complete shit. They sound like ass. Super tinny. I've heard laptops with better sound. However, I've been using these little computer speakers back here, which, you know what? It's a little bit better. Not by much, just a little. Well, Amazon had these self-powered 45 watt RMS speakers on their site on Prime Day there, so I scooped those up, and they connect via RCA. I was going to get a sound bar, but I decided against it. For reasons of the reviews were all over the place, where with this speaker the reviews were basically the same from everybody. They sound great, but they're pretty neutral. Like, they're not hard bass hitting, or like my buddy used to call these types of speakers monitors, because they give you your basic sound before any user added enhancements like treble, bass, whatever the case may be. So that's pretty cool. That's why I bought those, because the past couple nights they're riding the bike and listening, because that bike is super loud, right? Like, you can't hear shit when you're pedaling that bike. So like, the neighbors probably think I'm running a sawmill in this house when that bike is going. I'm not, I promise. But if you wonder what I'm doing, I'm just wiping this thing down with a wet rag, trying to make it look a little bit more appealing. But yeah, so when I saw those, and I looked at the sound bars, and the one that was on sale was by a company called Vizio, which I've seen them around, mainly when Target was here. And good brand, but people were dogging it, saying that a lot of people had the same review of mine only lasted 2 weeks and then it wouldn't work anymore. Other people said that when you did other things infrared, like turn on your TV with your TV's remote, the sound bar would turn off because it would react to the IR, because Vizio obviously didn't program their codes that far off from regular TV codes. So yeah, I saw that and I said, nah, I just want a pair of speakers that I can plug into the volume control on the TV and jam some sound out of it. Because like, I do have the Chrome Mini in here, and when I just want to listen to music and not watch TV and ride the bike, I just go on Amazon Music on my phone and then cast it to the Mini, and that works fine. But you know, sometimes you want some TV, and when you want to watch TV, you want to be able to hear it. There, I wiped her down. She looks a lot better. What I'm going to do now is put it in the upright position because that's probably my favorite feature of this damn thing. Like, boom. The leg belt around the power rods. That's probably why he had the power rods up there, was to lock this in place, because this here just pulls right back down, right? But I don't think the cat has the power to do that. Now, this thing obviously moves. There it is. You pull that. She's pretty rusty too. This thing's seen some outside time. Like, look at these bolts. Look at how rusted they are, eh? This thing's been outside for a little bit, but it works. So, hey, 50 bucks. Where else can you find a Bowflex Pro for 50 bucks? Like, it doesn't have the lat bar, but Amazon does. So if I decide I don't want to do lay down lat pulls and I want to do overhead lat pulls, I'll buy the lat bar from Amazon's. And I got to get this thing here going, and I know a guy who wants this bench, so I'm going to talk to him and see if he wants it. I'll bring it to him on Thursday, and he can take it home and do some squats. But right now I got to take a shit, so I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Yeah! So after posting the picture of the Bowflex on Instagram, yup, giving the Instagram people peeps before the YouTube people, eh? Holy, what a nice guy I am. So now the people of Instagram know that I got a Bowflex, and people of the YouTubes don't. But I mentioned on there that I paid 50 bucks for it. People don't believe me. So let me just go ahead and bring up the ad, unless he deleted it already. Hoping he didn't. Well, I got the ad sort of open in the chat log that we were having for me to pick it up, so let me get a shot of that before I click on the ad and see that he already took it down. I gotta watch it because Buddy's address is like right below here. But yeah, 50 bucks, Bowflex. Let's just say it's a good thing I took that shot before, because that was the only proof I have. His ad is gone. The only one on here was the other one I looked at, which is pretty much the same, except for this one here has the lat bar. And this guy wants $175. Originally, I did contact that guy. See, you can tell because the link's purple, not blue. I originally contacted this guy here, and it looks like it belongs in my room, right? Because all the green? That's a lot of green. Wow, that's a lot of green. But this is literally the same Bowflex I have downstairs, except for he's got the lat bar on it, and the lat bar is pretty cheap on Amazon. So if I decide that I'm actually using it a lot, which I do plan on doing a lot more workouts, I wanted to get into strength training. And the thing is a lot of people were like, when I mentioned it at work, my boss right away was like, why don't you just get a gym membership, man? It costs you like 40 bucks a month, and you can go use their equipment. Well, back in the day, in 2002 to 2006, when Joe and I, Angry Joe, you guys probably don't remember him from Vlog 200, doesn't matter, the audio got muted because people were playing classical music that ScrewTube didn't like and blocked the audio. But anyway, back in the day when Angry Joe and I used to work out like crazy, when I got into my physical peak performance self, you guys never saw that version of me. When I was throwing around like 385, 400, no problem, like benching it, and then we're doing our max weight where you do one max push of 450 pounds, 1 to 3 reps. He's spotting, I'm pressing, and we're doing it in 5-second cycles. So a controlled press, hold her up, slowly bring it down, and do just to really just butcher your short-haired muscles, your short muscles, small muscles, whatever, muscle fibers. Can't remember all the terms now. But we would do that, and I was like a brute. I was really beefy, really strong. I could like do a lot of stuff. I was really fit. You know, I could run the treadmill. I was in the best shape of my damn life. Like, I was at the tippity top of the peak mountain. You couldn't believe it. And then, of course, when you get a girlfriend, right, you just kind of let yourself go and turn into a gelatinous blob. And then I got a job working at a desk, which allowed me to have pop and chips at my desk whenever I wanted. So it was nothing for me every night to fuck over a bag of Doritos and a 2-liter bottle of Coke. Every night. You see the problem, right? So, needless to say, and then depression and all that, because it wasn't the greatest relationship of my life. Started off great, but fuck, did she go downhill in a heartbeat. But anyway, I digress. I want to get back to that. And with this diet, and the way I feel, like after starting this diet, eating properly, not just the weight loss, but everything. Like, my pants don't fit anymore. I can't wear them. Like, I got to wear a belt. If I don't, I take like 5 steps and I'm pulling them up again because they want to see my knees. Like, I feel like one of those gangster kids, you know what I mean? The ones that wear their pants around their knees and their underwear is hanging out and they look like idiots. I feel like one of those guys. But I have a feeling this Bowflex is going to do the job, and at least because it felt good. Like even with just the 50-pound rods, I was doing some just some regular curls. I was just curling, and I was like, this feels pretty good. Like I'm kind of happy with this. Then I sat down and I did some pulls. Like I don't know the proper terms anymore. I'm really bad. Like I used to know the names of the muscles, the delts, the lats, the your biceps, your triceps. I used to know exactly how to target them, and now I got to go do all the research again. But I'll get back up there. It's like riding a bike, right? And that's what's nice about muscle too, is it's like riding a bike. Muscle memory is a thing. If you go off the gym for a long time and you come back, you can build back up to where you were faster than if you've never gone to the gym before. And Angry Joe was the proof of that back in the day, because he was pressing like 450 doing 10 reps, so that was his weight. Like he's a big dude though, that's the thing. The guy's like 6'6", 300 pounds, and he's just like, I think he got hit by a car once and he got a cut and the car had to get written off. Like the guy's just a ginormous tank. So yeah, like it took him no time to get back up, but he did kind of screw up once. He pushed himself a little too hard and he tore a delt. He tore a pectoral muscle, whatever, like right in here, this area. He tore that doing butterflies. He tried to put on more weight than he should have. Like, if the machine only goes to 250, you probably shouldn't hang a 45-pound plate off the machine to give yourself more weight. There's probably a reason for whatever. Anyway, I've seen people in the gym where they got a guy standing on the plate rack while the plate's fully loaded, and they start doing like leg presses and stuff. And you guys who've gone to the gym probably seen it too. But the reason why I didn't want to get a gym membership is, number one, I gotta go somewhere all the time, which means I gotta pack up my gear, leave my house, go to the gym, get changed, put in my half-an-hour workout, then have a shower, and then change back into my clothes, and then come home. That's $40 a month. I just paid $50 for something that I can use all year round. It's not going to ask me for any extra money. It looks like it's in good shape. And if things break on it, I'm pretty sure I'm handy enough to fix it myself. Worst case Ontario, I got a frickin' welder in the garage. We can always MIG-tack some stuff. But yeah, like I'm saying, like, having a home gym just brings that convenience. Now, I do understand a lot of, like, obviously the guy who owned this thing before me, he even said, I used it for about a week, and then I wasn't motivated enough to work out. Well, this is the difference between me and this guy, is I'm motivated to work out. Like, I was laying down on that stupid piece of shit bench, doing butterfly curls, presses. I was kneeling on it, doing pull-ups for working the back. Well, it was like a combo workout, if you will. It would work your triceps, it would work your back, and mainly up in the delt area. And I was doing that on both sides. The only thing I couldn't work out was legs, so, well, I could. I'm just saying on the bench I couldn't. I would grab my two 25-pound dumbbells, because that's the highest weight I have for putting on those dumbbells, otherwise they break. So I'd grab an extra 50 pounds, and I would just do squats. I would just sit there and squat and pick myself back up, squat, pick myself back up. And after 10 of those, let me tell you, the old friggin' legs, they were rubber. I had to sit down and let the blood get back into them and then try it again and keep going and keep going. And it was okay, but that bench, I don't like it, because the way the front end folds in, you would be on it, you'd be doing stuff, and all of a sudden you feel the leg coming in on you. And the one day I ignored it because I figured, it's just settling. What's the big deal, right? It's just settling. No, the whole friggin' thing shimmies forward. Now I'm like this, and like my knees are bent back, and I'm like, well, this is uncomfortable. Like, what happened? Why you do this? It's just it's not on that bench. They should have had it so that when the leg comes down to go into the ground, something was there, like a pin, or even like even a pin on a spring, or some sort of a locking mechanism to lock the bar so it doesn't fold back in on itself, because it doesn't take much to do that. especially if you have it in seat mode where you can have it on an incline. That was even more deadly, because you'd be working on it and then all of a sudden, like, because I would always work without a shirt, like work out without a shirt on, just so I can cool down quicker with the fan beside the equipment blowing on me. With a shirt, it absorbs all the water and it doesn't cool you down as fast, I find, but other people might think differently. Maybe it's the types of shirts I'm wearing, you know, I don't know. But what I do know is that when you have a leather back and you go to pull yourself off of it and you're bare back, your back sticks to the leather. Therefore, pulling the leather away, the bar that goes into the bottom bar, it's like a kind of like a groove, and it clips in, would release. And then when I went to put my weight back on the backrest, well, the backrest is now laying down and I'm eating shit. So yeah, all in all, that bench was cool. It was good for the time being. You know, I only paid $10 for that off of some lady on Kijiji. So if my coworker wants it, he can have it. I'm not going to charge him for it. You know, I'll pass the savings on as a, here you go, man, have at her. I don't know why he wants it though, because he's got a Nautilus workout machine, like the good kind, not the Bowflex, but the actual one with plates where you can set it, and he's got 150 pounds to work with, and it has a bench, but he wants a bench for some reason. So if he wants it, he can have it. I don't give a shit. But that's the other thing that people asked me was, why do you want a Bowflex? Why wouldn't you rather have like a Nautilus machine, like these home gym 1000s, where you got the plates and you got the overhead bar and you got all the different pulley cables and you can do all the different workouts? Well, the problem is with that machine is, if you have 150 pounds worth of weight on it, you also have the structural integrity of the item. So it's going to weigh at least 150 pounds. That Bowflex downstairs maybe weighs 30 pounds. It's light. I carried it out of the guy's shed to my truck, but he did have a really cool cat there. That was kind of neat. I go and knock on the door, and there's this, I didn't even see the cat because he was just like a gray striped tabby looking cat, and I didn't even realize he was there until I'm sitting there. I knock on the door and I can hear the dogs inside barking and stuff. I'm like, okay, well, somebody's got to be home. I can hear moving around. And all of a sudden I feel this pressure on my leg, like something bump into it. I look down, I was like, I was about to kick my leg out, like, frig off. But then I looked down and went, oh, a kitty. And I looked up and he was like, meow. And I'm like, oh, kitty. And I go and pet the kitty. And the kitty was all happy and purring and making cute little chirpy sounds like Felix used to do. Not like Scampers. Scampers, she's a cuckoo. That cat's just, I don't know. She's dumb. But like Felix, when you pet him, he'd be like, meow, meow, ah. Scampers doesn't do any of that. The only time she purrs is when I walk away from her. She's like, oh, I'm so happy he's leaving me alone. Yeah, my other gripe about going to the gym was, and if anybody goes to the gym, you probably have people who do this too. Okay, so you go from machine to machine to machine to machine, right? What's the #1 etiquette at the gym? When you're done working out at a machine, grab some paper towels, clean off your sweat. It's not that hard to do. Clean it up. Nobody else wants to touch your friggin' exploded juices. Just a Good Life, where I used to work out, they actually had bottles on the wall and paper towels. And the bottles are full of some sort of a cleaning solution. It was orange. I don't know what it was. Could have been Tang for all I know. Anyway, spray the machine down, wipe it down, shit dries quick, ready for the next guy. The amount of people who just couldn't take their time out of their workout just to clean the machine for the next person. Fucking disgusting. So then you got to do it now. So you just got done cleaning the previous machine, you go to the next machine, you're like, well, for fuck's sakes, now I got to clean this one. So that's more time that I'm cooling down for my workout. Just, I hated that so much. So, to avoid that, just work out from home, right? Makes a lot of sense. So, I was on the hunt for a Bowflex, like I said. I almost bought this one here for $175. Instead, I bought the one for $50. Do I have access to get to that link at all, or is that, I really would like, yeah, he pulled it. Anyway, people, it's getting dark out. Yeah, I just basically came upstairs, edited up my video, and I'm starting to get a little hungry. I had my regular breakfast of like an egg and coffee and stuff, and some bacon, and it's good. It was good. But I I love that those eggs, when they're done like that, it's just, you're full for a good while. Like, it's not like you're hungry 2 hours later. You're good for like a lot of hours later, which is really good. I know I said I was going to cut dairy out, but I couldn't resist. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do tomorrow. I've been contemplating on working on the garage to clean out. Like, I got a bunch of technology in there that needs to go to the recycling center because it's old, obsolete, and taking up space in the ground. And I want to get around the benches all cleaned up so that if it's not under the bench, it's not on the floor in front of the bench. Basically make room for the Trans Am. Because once that motorcycle's sold, then I can set up my compressor and get started on working on the car. And I'd like to park it in there this winter, not leave it in the driveway to rot some more. But if I have to leave it in the driveway to rot some more, so be it. Dude, throwing cheese in this was a brilliant idea. That looks awesome. But anyway, people, I'm going to shut the video down here. We're going to play some PUBG tonight. No, I won't be streaming. I haven't done that in forever. Going to shut the video down and see what we do tomorrow. If it's worth videoing, I will. I don't want to say I'm adhering to a schedule. I'm not. Some people probably think, oh, every couple days Adam will have a video. Don't get used to it, because like on days that I got nothing to do, that I just want to, you know, work out and be lazy, that doesn't go together. But you know what I mean? Like, I'm not really doing anything that's YouTube worthy. I'm not going to force a video like I used to. I'm just going to make videos when I have something to make videos about. And that's the way she's going to be. So, whenever I have something to put up, I'll put it up. If I don't have anything to put up, well, I won't put it up. Jeez, sis, you okay? I think my dog just exploded. Anyway, on that note, thanks for watching. Like, favorite, comment. Don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, guys, peace the frig out.